Hello, today we have Talia, one of the
Hi.
dancers of Bharatanjali. Welcome, Talia.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Okay, so we have some fun questions for her today.
Oh God.
Um, what inspired you to begin learning Bharatanatyam?
So this is actually a good question. So what inspired me originally was it all started with one question I asked my parents as a young child. It was basically what was our culture and what was being Indian, Hindu, and all that was. And
Mm-hmm.
then through that question, I think it was my grandmother who introduced us to Sunya Auntie. And throughout that whole experience is what I've learned, what it's like to be who I am culturally.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really the inspiration and what really started my whole journey.
That's lovely. You know, kids asking these questions are like really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you start learning Bharatanatyam? Do you remember your first class?
Oh, I do remember when I started, I was 5.
You're
I
five,
was 5 or 4, yes. And my first class, it was okay. I was really quiet and shy. Definitely the opposite of what I am
okay.
now when I come into class, but I was really quiet, really shy, but otherwise I did really enjoy
That's
the class.
That's nice. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, uh, Bharatanatyam usually dancers start very young. So, yeah, 4 and 5, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, so, what keeps you going during this tough rehearsal sessions? Because I'm pretty sure preparing for Bharatanjali would be
Oh
like pretty
yeah,
intense.
it
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
yeah, it was intense, but I would say what would motivate me and what would keep going was definitely the support from my family. That's
Mm-hmm.
definitely a big thing. And then also just the main goal at the end as well. So that would
Yeah.
so yeah, that would have been really nice. But it's mostly the support I've had from my family that
Yeah.
kept me going, and especially from my mom, who's my number one, and my Ema, who's
Yeah.
my number one.
Oh my
So they
God.
both have it.
The support from the family is so important,
Yeah.
like for dancers all throughout, like since
Yeah.
you're like a little child
Mhm.
till you are like dancing throughout your life. Support from the family is really necessary,
Yeah.
so thanks for acknowledging
No
that.
problem.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your Bharatanjali experience.
Okay.
What's been the most challenging part of preparing for Bharatanjali?
Ooh, the most challenging part, it would definitely be, for me, it would be the commitment because I think from because out of everyone here, I was still continuing with school
Mm-hmm.
as well. So it really was either I was doing my education or I was doing dance, which
Mm-hmm.
was really hard to balance to try and find time for me in the middle. So I would say that kind of, I guess that sort of work life balance
Yeah.
would be um, would have been the most difficult part for this whole journey.
That's a good segue to my next question, is that how did you manage that? How did you manage the
Oh.
work-life balance, studies,
I definitely would say time blocking it.
mhm,
So I would say every week or so,
yeah.
I would time block my entire schedule
Mm-hmm.
to make sure what I would have, including asking our parents because we had a lot of things happen during our whole Bharatanjali journey.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a lot of ups and downs. But at the end, it was definitely physically time blocking each of my practices and to actually make sure not only am I giving the proper commitment and dedication to dance and to my studies, but also to find time for myself
Yeah,
because without taking time for yourself, you can't put in that same dedication and commitment.
that's true. Self-care, dancer, self-care, it's important. Um, Now tell me about some of the bloopers or the funny moments that happened during the process.
Oh, there's definitely have been a lot, but ooh, I don't know if I could say some of them.
Well, zip.
Yeah, but no, there was a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes. Uh, it was just an overall, it was a really lighthearted experience as well with them.
Nice, nice. And then you make friends through the whole
Yeah.
process, right? Yeah, of course. Um, what is the piece you're most excited or nervous to perform?
I'm definitely the most excited about. Ooh, that's a good question. I think I would definitely be the most excited for the Lana
Mm-hmm.
because it's so energetic. It's so it's there's a lot of trust that's being shown within each of the dancers,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a really good piece just to give you that boost of energy again. And as for I'm most nervous about our Varnam because it is our longest piece,
True.
and there is but a lot of work and effort has been put into it as well.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
am confident. I'm also nervous, but I think that's just the nerves talking.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll be good. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
What is something that you've learned about yourself during this whole journey?
Ooh. What I've learned about myself, I definitely learned how much I'm actually able to commit and dedicate myself to dance because um, I've always thought that maybe, this wasn't it. I wasn't trying hard enough, but then actually putting in the effort and then having the right people around me as well, I just kept on going and going. I've seen a part of me where even I was shocked and surprised about, and especially during the dark times as
Mm-hmm.
well. And for dance to be that sort of escape and to see who I would have become as a dancer definitely surprised me. So
True, dance can do that to
yeah.
you. Yeah, you surprise yourself like all the time. Okay, so just looking forward. Okay,
Yeah.
um, how do you think this journey will stay with you in the future?
Ooh. So with this journey, it would definitely be the friendships I made with the
Yeah,
other dancers. That would have definitely stayed. Um, and I guess also that strength, that resilience,
yeah,
that dedication, and other lessons I've learned along the way through my entire journey of not just Bharatanjali, but also through Bharatanatyam as well.
that's lovely. That's lovely. Okay, now a few fun rapid fire questions.
All
Okay,
right.
what's your post? What's your go-to post rehearsal snack?
Oh, that would be peppers.
Do you have a favorite costume color?
I do have a lot of costumes I have worn over the years, but my favorite one would have been the sari costumes, so the
Okay,
yellow and
okay,
green.
that's a beautiful one.
It's
Yes.
so beautiful.
One word your friends would describe you as your dancing.
Oh, um, ooh, I don't have a lot of friends to say that. But I would definitely say resilient.
Resilience, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
What's harder, math test or a dance rehearsal?
Uh, Math.
Math. Okay, yeah. Finish the sentence. Bharatnatyam makes me feel.
Happy.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much, Talia.
No
Yeah,
problem.
okay.